So we got up this morning, we're headed over to Enchanted Rock State Park today. Just kind of making our visit to some of these small parks. Started out this morning at Blanco State Park in Blanco, Texas. And we're up there around just kind of fiddling around the dam, picnic area. Really pretty place, just like it runs just right along the river here. Little nature trail that's probably a couple miles long.
I don't think it's even that long.
Maybe not even that long. Just kind of makes a loop here. But you know, you still see a lot of some benches back there a while ago. Here is this is a picnic area for large groups. And you can see it behind me here. This thing is probably close to 50 feet long. Benches along both sides. Really cool. It's more evidence of the good work that CCC did. Neat place. See you on the trail.
So we just wanted to point out too that the Blanco State Park was started in 1933. Ranchers either donated or sold their land to create the park. And in 2015, when we had the big floods, a lot of this park was wiped out. It had a lot of damage, but the CCC work is still standing. It's pretty amazing. That just shows what kind of quality craftsmanship they put into it. It's really pretty.
Yep.
Obviously not a very big park, and it's really just for, they have camping, but I think it's only like 100 acres. Maybe a little over 100 acres, but
yeah, it looks like it's just 200 feet on each side of the river. It's the boundaries, and just kind of curves through with the river.
But for people wanting to get out and swim or fish or whatever in the summertime especially, it's a really nice little place right basically in town.
Yep.
But there's really not much for hiking.
No, but there's a lot of hiking around there, so.
Yeah.
Neat place. Small one that we want to make sure we come visit because we probably wouldn't visit it otherwise.
Yep, there's a CCC structure right there. Yeah, at least we can say we've been here.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty much gonna do it for Blanco State Park. Not a lot to show you here, but it is a nice little place, and it looks like it's very popular with the fishermen.
Bursts into bloom.
It is lovely. Every shade and hue of green. There will be all sorts of yellow flowers, many of them named after the sun, Helio something, like Helianthus. And they are pink phlox and wild verbena, that sort of lavender, and the Texas star with 5 points, and little wine cups that just myriads of them, and paintbrush. It's one of my favorites. Oh, I like the whole rainbow of them.
We are now at the Lyndon B. Johnson National Historical Park. It's actually a state park on one side of the river and then the national park on the other side of the river that actually includes LBJ's birthplace, his home, him and the First Lady's home, and a working ranch. Check that out. They have the Texas state bison herd here and a herd of longhorns. That is the Lutheran Church right there. This right up on the hill over here, right there, is the Junction School. It says 4-year-old Lyndon learned to read at this one-room school located near his home. His birthplace. This is the birthplace home of Lyndon B. Johnson.
Welcome to this early Texas farmhouse where the 36th President of the United States was born. It was 1907 when Sandy Lee Johnson, the President's father, brought his bride, Rebecca Raines Johnson, across this threshold to their first home. Texas was still close to its frontier. Arrowheads left from Indian camps could still be found along the riverbed, And many old-timers could spin a yarn about the Civil War and even occasionally the Battle of San Jacinto. Texas was still a young state. By the end of the year, in the United States, 50,000 automobiles had been manufactured, and we were soon to hear that Orville Wright had made a second successful flight of 1 hour and 14 minutes. But none of these events were to equal, in the eyes of the young couple who lived here, their own blessed event, which came on August 27, 1980. In the words of my mother-in-law, that was the day Lyndon Johsnon discovered America. When Lyndon was 5, the family moved to Johnson City, and most of his blood was spent there. The family sold the house in 1923, and it deteriorated through the years and was finally torn down. In 1935, the materials were used to build a smaller house on the site. Many years later, we acquired it and reconstructed this house to the size and look we had in 1907.
So this is actually a reconstruction because the house was sold at some point and deteriorated and then was later reconstructed. This is pretty cool. They converted the barn into bathrooms for the park.
is on the left.
finished up, what all have we done today? Blanco State Park. We just drove around a little bit and walked around.
Yeah.
Took some pictures. It's a really small park. Then we went to the Lyndon B. Johnson State Park and National Park.
Yep.
And we toured some stuff there. If you're into that kind of thing, it's really neat.
If you're not, it's not.
Yeah. I love history, but it was a little boring, but really and truly, I mean, it was really nice that they've preserved it like they have. I mean, they have President Johnson and Lady Bird Johnson's house that was called the Texas White House. You can go in and tour it for $3. And then just you can tour his childhood home where he was born and the school he attended when he was 4, I think they said. Anyway, a few things like that. And then they have a living history farm that we did a little bit at. And now we have reached our final destination for the day. Well, almost reached it, which is Enchanted Rock. And we have tried to come to this park several times and something always happens. Usually our plans end up changing. The last time we came, it was so packed that we just changed our mind. We didn't want to wait in line. So we actually reserved a site for tonight. So we're going to see if we can actually get in here and spend the night and do Enchanted Rock in the morning. So we'll see you in a little bit.